r/low-stakes conspiracies is a subreddit full of people sharing conspiracy theories that are just way too stupid or light-hearted to be considered heavy or taken seriously. But I, personally, think a fair few of these have merit. So today, we're going to be judging some of the recent conspiracy theories posted to the subreddit. Okay, so the first one. Tony's Chocolonely isn't divided that way because of inequalities in the chocolate industry, but because the uneven blocks cause you to lose track of how much you've eaten and encourage you to eat more. It does do that. It does do that. But is that just an unintended side effect of breaking up your chocolate like this? I think it's an unintended side. I don't think it's that was their intention. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of the business concept and a bigger fan of the chocolate, but by God, I swear I get through a bar in like 2 sittings every time by accident. Yeah, same. So I don't really eat it too often because it is just expensive. I know why it's expensive. It's because they pay people properly to make the chocolate. I'm going to say this conspiracy theory has no merit and it isn't true. Nordic countries are spreading the British food memes to distract the world from how terrible Nordic food is. And terrible Nordic food is. It is indeed awful. It's bloody awful. A lot of people slag off the UK and their food. The UK is the best. I think overall, no matter where you go in the UK, you're going to find some good food. Whereas that's not the case in places like, the United States or a lot of European countries. Because we have so many different kind of cultures and foods here that you are just going to find something good in every town. A lot of people focus on stuff like, I don't know, like jellied eels and shit like that. But that's like a real anomaly in food here. Most foods you'll get in the UK is absolutely fantastic. So yes, I agree that it's the Nordic countries trying to slag us off to distract the world from how fucking dreadful their food is and expensive. I'm sorry to anyone Nordic who's watching this video, but it's true. It's true. Okay, Trump chose the only medicine that every human being has taken, paracetamol, for their lie about links to autism because it's the only medicine they could be 100% sure that every human being with autism happens to have taken. Yep. Yeah. I mean that's just true. It's like, well, in like 100% of occasions, like the people who have taken paracetamol also have autism. Yeah, it's like fucking everyone has taken paracetamol. Yeah, I agree. Oh, this is a good one. The UK Emergency Alert Centre all phones is meant to catch prison contraband phones. Let's read a little bit more into the rationale. I don't think this is the case, but it is an interesting theory nonetheless. Millions of UK mobile phones have blared sirens as the National Emergency Alert System is tested. I wouldn't be surprised if this was coordinated with all of the UK's prisons and detention centres to flush out the hidden phones people have. The government said the alerts are designed for situations where there is an imminent danger to life, such as during extreme weather events or a terror attack. So it's either that or we are closer to a world war than they want to admit. Okay, I don't think it's that. I think it's a good system to have, and it cost millions. Like that alert that they sent out, I don't know how it cost millions, but it cost fucking millions to do that. I don't think they're spending that money to catch prison phones. I think it was like a good sort of like a unintended side effect. It was a little side mission, but it definitely wasn't the intention. Subscription meal services are bait switching us. Every time I try a meal subscription, the first couple of boxes are incredible. Fresh produce, generous portions, recipes that feel premium. Then, like clockwork, it slides. Wilted veggies, smaller protein cuts, and suddenly every dish is just a taco or salad. My theory, new customers get the premium stock to hook you. Once you've settled in, they downgrade you to a bulk tier supply chain. Basically, the first few meals are the champagne service, then you're on tap water for life. I don't agree. I mean, I've used loads of these services. I use HelloFresh. I use, there's this one called Thrive, which is like a meal prep thing. I haven't found this to be the case. Maybe you're just getting bored of them. Maybe it's just because you've had so many of them that occasionally you'll get one where like there's wilted vegetables or sometimes the meat might arrive a bit smaller or whatever. I feel as though you typically tend to remember a bad experience with a company over a positive one because these companies really want to hold on to your business. They really do. There's so many of them in the market right now. They want to keep your business. So I don't think this is the case. I don't think the subscription meal services would risk something like this. It's a good idea, though. It's a good sort of conspiracy theory to think of, but I just don't think it has any merit. Taylor Swift's engagement is a marketing tactic. That would be very Taylor Swift. I'm sorry to all the Swifties out there, but that would be quite Taylor Swift. In due course, her and the NFL guy she's engaged to will break up, and she'll use the publicity to advertise another album of breakup songs that she has already written, leading to another record-breaking world tour that will see her earn another couple $1 billion. Right, I think this will happen. I don't think it's intended intended. I don't think someone would do this with the intention of doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I do see this happening. See, I don't think it's not. I don't think it's a marketing tactic, but I think it will end up being marketing fuel, if that makes sense. The TSA has figured out a long time ago how to detect liquid explosives in drink containers. We're not allowed to bring drinks into airports because the convenience stores in airports just want to be able to sell more overpriced drinks. Have you ever been to an airport in the United States of America? You thought the UK and European airports were overpriced. I paid like fucking $7 for just a regular bottle of water. They get you. They scam you over there. But I don't know. I don't think they would do that just to mark up water a bit. I don't know. It's a fun one. It's like the meal box one. It's a fun one to think of, but I don't think it really has any merit. And like when you're paying for that $7 bottle of water, you can keep this in your mind. Oh, the fucking bastards! They're doing it. You can have that in your mind. It might make you feel a little bit better. It might validate your anger a bit more. But I don't think it's true. Banksy isn't one person. It's not even multiple people. Those pieces just manifest like black mold in areas of social inequality as the universe balancing energies out. What? Similar to how the Mona Lisa isn't real and just showed up in 1939 to make people say, no, it didn't. What are you talking about? The Mona Lisa showed up in 1939. No, it didn't. I'm gonna look up this theory. Mona Lisa 1939. All I can see about it is it was evacuated from the Louvre and moved multiple times to protect it from being looted. Oh, okay. The Mona Lisa 1939 theory refers to the idea that the genuine Mona Lisa was secretly hidden away in the French countryside in 1939 at the start of World War II, while a forgery was placed in a specially marked crate and sent on a decoy journey to mislead the Nazis. Interesting theory. But no, Banksy he's one person. I'm willing to bet that. I'm willing to bet he's one person. It's a fun idea to think that he isn't though, and it's like kind of like a group effort. The Rapture did actually happen, sort of. Okay, so this is in reference to those mad people on TikTok that thought the Rapture was happening a couple of months ago. So 23rd and 24th of September was supposed to be the Rapture, but it was spread out over 2 days. It takes that long. I'd imagine there are plenty of people. Where did that even come from? I'm looking this up. Why did people think the Rapture was going to happen? Okay, so it was apparently it was due to a prediction by South African pastor Joshua, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, who claimed Jesus appeared to him in a vision and said that the event would begin on Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, on September 23rd or 24th. Right, so because a guy said, oh yeah, it's going to happen, everyone just believed it was going to happen. Are you all fucking stupid? I swear something like this happens like every 2 or 3 years. Just some guy goes, yeah, on my career be it, the Rapture's happening, and then everyone believes it and it doesn't fucking happen. But anyway, this person believes that the Rapture did actually happen. So let's read. So 23rd and 24th of September was supposed to be the Rapture. I'd imagine there are plenty of people disappointed to be waking up still on planet Earth today. They'll say, oh, we got it wrong, and I'll definitely be raptured when it comes for real. It was real. They're in denial. It's just that of all the billions of people on this planet, not a single person was good enough to make the grade. Jesus checked the spreadsheet twice, and it was a big red nope next to everyone. Okay, I don't think it did happen, but that is a very funny thought that no one is good enough to get into heaven. What would be the fucking point of it then? It was just empty. Donald Trump is trying to protect us from known extraterrestrial threats, but he's very confused who we're fighting. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. Fucking hell. Donald Trump received super classified intelligence briefing warnings about known extraterrestrial aliens, and through his dementia is confusing this with illegal alien immigrants. These extraterrestrials may also be referred to in these briefings as transhuman. They are another race of humans who have evolved past physical bodies and are cyborg/synthetic with human consciousness. He's confusing them with transgender. Donald Trump is actually trying his best to protect America and humankind, but he's so demented. He's confusing who we're fighting. Again, a brilliant thought, but I don't think it's true. I don't think that... That would be a brilliant thought. Claudia Winkleman is an act. Okay, yeah, I mean, to an extent. I wouldn't say it's a complete act, but, like, you know, you see her on the Traitors dress up in all sorts of, like, crazy costumes. You know, she's got her hair like that all the time. It's not, I wouldn't say it's an act. I'd say it's a brand that she's playing into. Like, she's not putting on a persona necessarily. She's just playing into a brand, which is actually a very clever idea. My theory is that Claudia Winkleman, British TV presenter, is an act for the camera, and the woman who plays her looks totally different off camera. Okay. My main piece of evidence, that hair is obviously a wig. I don't think it is. I don't agree with that one. Two, her makeup gets more horrible every time I see her. It's like a badly done mask. Yeah, but that's the brand, isn't it? That's the brand. I think she does this so that off camera she can go out without makeup and wig and lives a normal private life. Oh. oh. Yeah, but someone would have spotted her by now. I don't think she's an act. I think she's playing into a brand, as I said. So, no. Actually, no, it's kind of a middle one, that. It's not a definite no, but it's like sort of in the middle. Basically, I think Claudia Winkleman is an act in the same way I'm an act. But then again, I think she does go out like that, so maybe not. Because I don't step out of the house like this, surprisingly. But, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe not the same. Geologists know about tastier rocks than salt and are holding out on us, yeah. Probably. Gatekeeping the tasty rocks. Personalised children's clothes / toys with names on them are an effort by corporations to reduce hand-me-downs, so you should buy more. That would be an evil scheme. I just realised the £70 shirt we got, one that can't be gifted to his little brother because it'll look ridiculous. Now what? Frame it for the free advertisements. Right. Wait, you spent 70 quid on a shirt for your kid? 70... There's about that much fabric in it. What? You spent 70 quid. That's on you, my friend. I don't think this is a intended consequence, but I think they might be like, you know what? It's big clothes. It's big clothes that are like, yes, we must put children's names on clothes so they don't hand them down and they just buy more clothes. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that kind of requires all the big clothing companies to be in cahoots with each other. And I just don't see it, I'm afraid. Baby wipes and similar tissue products are deliberately designed to make you pull too many tissues out in one go, causing you to have to buy more. I don't think so. Again, this would require the whole tissue and baby wipes industry to be in cahoots. And I just don't see it. I think it's just an unintended consequence of the way they're packed so tightly. We are slowly acclimatizing people to sending the elderly to sea. What do you mean by that? Apparently going on back-to-back cruises for a year is actually cheaper than a retirement home. Yeah, I buy that. Retirement homes are fucking expensive. And like, why wouldn't you if you were healthy? Because typically, to be honest, people in retirement homes typically have health problems. Well, cruises will become the new retirement homes. I don't think so. I think they'll just if you put people at sea and then you also have to put in like medical care and stuff with them, it's going to end up more expensive than on land retirement homes. Then they'll become new nursing homes, and eventually it'll just be normal for old people to die at sea. That's quite a funny concept. Like when you get to about 80, you just get sent off to sea, never to see land ever again. No, I don't buy it. No. At least one rock / pop star has faked their own death. If a pop star dies young, they live on in legend and continue to sell records forever. That is true. We have known this for long enough for at least one to have faked their own death to take advantage of this. Right, but they could go to prison for that. That's massive, massive, massive fraud. But there are so many people that have made music that have been successful in that industry. I believe it, that just at least one of them has faked their own death. Maybe not even for record sales. Maybe just fake their own death for other reasons. To get out of a lawsuit. To get, away from the wife and kids. Whatever. You don't need to preheat the oven. I've done extensive testing here. What would extensive testing on preheating an oven look like? Only in the case of the most sensitive / complex / most important recipes does preheating actually matter. If you're not making a souffle for your grandmother's retirement wedding, you don't need to bother. Saves a ton of planning and bullshit. I agree. I normally just whack the oven on for like 3 minutes before putting stuff in. You don't really need to preheat it, I don't think. You just need to take into account the extra time it takes to heat up the oven and just leave stuff in for like a minute or two longer. You don't need to preheat an oven for 10 minutes. That's ridiculous. I'm probably going to have chefs in the comments. Like, no, you're wrong. I don't care. The only thing I really use the oven for is cooking chicken nuggets. So yes, I agree with that one. It's just a conspiracy theory given to us by big energy, so our energy bills go up a bit. Social media is being filled with nationalist videos because another war is coming and they need people to enlist. I don't think they would necessarily know if another war is coming for definite. I don't know if this is low stakes. Definitely not. But 5 to 10 years ago, most people did not claim to love their country, UK/US, even half as much as they do now. I feel as though that's just like the culture changing a little bit. Social media is literally being flooded with content relating to hating illegal immigrants or even legal migrants. Again, that's just the way it's kind of going at the moment. I don't think it's like the government or the companies like kind of intentionally being like, oh, okay, a war's coming, we need to prepare the population. It's just the way the conversation is going at the moment. Encouraging people to love their country and essentially being as nationalist as possible. The only reason I can think of for such an influx in these posts is that a war is being planned and the governments need as many people as they can to enlist and fight for their country. Yeah, but like I think most of the people interacting with posts like this on Twitter are just like little keyboard warriors. And I know that's me saying it, but like, It's true. It's true. Most people posting stuff like that are just keyboard warriors. They ain't gonna go to war. They're gonna go to fucking war. Come on. No, I don't agree with that on any level. All these TV shows about unhappy rich people are made by rich people to convince us that their lives are rough and we shouldn't force them to give up their money because being rich is its own punishment. Okay, so many examples: Succession, The Fall of the House of Usher, White Lotus, Morning Show, etc. Okay, I've only watched 2 of those, Succession and White Lotus. I don't think the idea of Succession is like, oh no, we should feel sympathy for them. Like, they shouldn't have to pay more taxes, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point of Succession. Succession and White Lotus are very different shows. Succession, it's like, okay, these people are reasonably stressed. They have reason to be stressed. They're running these massive companies, and you know, it's a stressful thing. No matter how much money's involved, it's a stressful thing. And you know, they're battling over the company. Like, it's stressful. But then White Lotus. I love White Lotus. I think it's fucking brilliant. Like, there's a bit in the first season where there's a guy, this is like a whole long, it goes on way too long, and that's obviously the point, where this guy didn't get the exact room he paid for. He got like one down, but it's like it was something stupid, like the balcony wasn't as big. So, and he spent his whole holiday complaining. He spent his whole holiday going up to the manager and just be like, give me the other room, give me the room now, give me the room now. And it's just incessant. And it is like, with White Lotus, it's like, it is making fun of rich people. It's being like, look, these people, they clearly they clearly have so little going on that they need to latch onto something, and that thing is not getting the room upgrade they wanted. They latch onto that for a week because a lot of them are just fucking miserable for no reason. But no, I don't think this is a targeted idea by Big Rich, because no one watches White Lotus and feels sorry for the people. They just don't. Well, maybe sometimes, maybe some of the characters, but most of them, nah. Donald Trump is only suing the BBC so he can force them to cast him as the next Doctor. I would watch that. We'd all watch that. That would be the best season of Doctor Who since Tennant, I think. But I unfortunately don't think that is the case. And I see people kind of trying to spur him on Twitter, being like, yeah, it's fucking great that he's suing the BBC. No, it's fucking not. Because that money just comes from the public. It's the public's money that he's suing for. Not that I pay for it. I don't fucking pay the TV license, but still, stupid to egg him on in that. Wikipedia is reliable and we're being lied to that it isn't. Yes, I 100% agree. Wikipedia has always been fucking reliable. It was just a scheme by Big Teacher to get us to read books and shit. It's like the thing, like, now AI is obviously not reliable. You shouldn't go to it for information because it just fucks things up all the time. Wikipedia is fucking reliable. It always has been. Wikipedia is 100% as reliable a source as you can find online, and it's only through conceited effort by large academic publishing companies, yes, Big Teacher, that it maintains its record as poorly made. Having written a minor article on a graphic novel as well as genuine academic papers, the vetting process from Wikipedia sources is as thorough, if not more so, given all the submissions are able to be seen by literally everyone instead of a few peer reviewers in the case of academic articles. Yes, 100%. Wikipedia, like, I don't think anyone can deny now that Wikipedia is a reliable source. Now that we've got people being misinformed by AI and shit all the time. Some undercover cops are deliberately easy to spot so that you don't notice the other undercover cops as much. Oh, I like this theory. Yeah, fuck it, I believe that. I like that one. I like this one. Dubai chocolate was an industry plant to raise chocolate prices. Okay, I've heard many other Dubai chocolate conspiracy theories, like it's, used to cover up all sorts of other things that allegedly happen in Dubai. Ever since the release of Dubai chocolate within stores, nearly all chocolate brands have increased greatly in price, even superseding inflation rising costs. I did notice that. Not chocolate in general, but for some reason Dubai chocolate is just extraordinarily expensive. And I don't think the ingredients are that expensive. It's chocolate and pistachio, right? Those aren't expensive thing. I could be wrong, but those aren't expensive ingredients, I would have thought. But there was a Lindt bar, a Lindt's Dubai chocolate bar I saw in Sainsbury's the other day, and I swear it was like 10 quid. It was just like a regular bar of Lindt. 10 quid. I'll find it. Yeah, look at this. Fucking 10 quid, like 9.49. 10 quid basically for a bar of chocolate. No. So yeah, I don't think it's a thing by Big Chocolate, but I do think Dubai chocolate is overpriced. But no, I don't believe this conspiracy theory. These free IQ tests are farming your data and making you dumber with their cringeworthy adverts. Yeah, I mean, if you click on the this fucking IQ test on Reddit, you can basically bet that your IQ is lower than 85. It's 100% data farming as well. Yeah, 1,000,000%. Yeah. I don't think it makes you dumber though. I think you're already pretty dumb if you if you click on them. Pot noodles don't need to be stirred. You can just pour boiling water into a pot noodle, leave it for a bit, and it will be ready. The instruction to stir halfway through serves 3 purposes. It feels more like cooking by involving a utensil and doing something with the noodles. It adds a sneaky extra minute to the cooking time. The time it takes to peel all the cover off, stir it, and press the cover back down takes about a minute, which isn't listed in the instructions, making it seem like it cooks quicker. Getting people to interact with the noodles introduces the possibility of user error, giving the company plausible deniability in the cases of defective products. Who the fuck is calling up pot noodle? Like, my noodles broke, mate. My pot noodles are broken in half. People wonder if they might have stirred the noodles wrong or messed up the timing, whereas with simpler instructions, they would know that the noodles are at fault. No, I don't agree with that, but it's an unintended side effect. I think you do. They come out better if you stir them because obviously they're in like a clump at first. So it's just to make sure that the water gets everywhere, the boiling water gets everywhere. So no, I don't believe this. The 6-7 meme is a result of living in a simulation or similar where the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. 6 times 7 equals 42. Okay, right. It has infiltrated our culture because it is just in the underlying code of the matrix or whatever we inhabit and is leaking out into the mouths of children. Yep, fuck it. 100% agree. Like and subscribe for 6-7.